let's talk about where everybody's fleeing to. So with a possible TikTok ban imminent, right? And obviously the government saying, hey, we think the Chinese are stealing your data. TikTok refugees who are fleeing the TikTok app looking for the next place to land found their way here, which you can see on the screen now, which is a little app called Xiaohongshu. Xiaohongshu, my understanding is that most of the colloquial translations have actually been correct. If I'm not mistaken here, and from the stuff that I've been reading, Xiaohongshu actually translates to Little Red Book. And anybody that knows about the Maoist revolution in China knows what the Little Red Book is. This is the thing. Chad is confirming to me that the little translation is indeed Little Red Book. Yeah. So Xiaohongshu, which I've downloaded to check it out, basically what TikTok refugees are saying is, oh, you think China's like surreptitiously, covertly stealing our data? I'm going to staple my social security number to my forehead and walk into the Chinese spy's house. That's their solution. So they've all signed into Xiaohongshu. Chad is bringing up, and yes, the interactions between the Americans and the Chinese nationals who operate in Xiaohongshu has been largely very positive right now, right? Xiaohongshu is actually owned by the Chinese Communist Party. TikTok is owned by ByteDance, which is partially owned by the Chinese government, but has outside investors to include a lot of American hedge funds and things like that. This is straight up just China. We're the government. We own this app. Welcome to Xiaohongshu. By the way, I don't know if you heard about this, Jay. What American users were shocked to find out when they got in there. Do you know who's a folk hero on this app?
Oh, please tell me, is it Sylvester Stallone?
No, it's Luigi.
Oh.
Luigi Mangione is a folk hero on the Chinese social media app.
Yeah.
Okay. One of our people in our chat has obviously been following this like I have. Yeah. So, like, Americans helping Chinese kids with their English homework, cats and dogs living together, pure hysteria, right? I am greatly amused by this is the greatest troll by the American people ever. Oh, you're worried about China stealing our data? We will make the Little Red Book the #1 app in social media on the App Store. For days, it's been #1. Oh, we got more Luigi. There we go. For those of us who understand Mandarin, the entire app is in Mandarin. Yes, people have been trying to learn Mandarin, and there are people on the app trying to teach people Mandarin. Did you ever watch Firefly?
Firefly. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You remember how they all spoke Chinese in that show? Everyone is like, we're now in this is how we get to the Firefly timeline, right? This is the great alliance that creates the brown coats. This is how we all end up speaking Chinese, is that they ban TikTok.
Oh my God.
And then when we go to space, we're aligned with the Chinese to create the brown coats. And that's what's going on. That's the best meme I have seen this.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Chad stated they're translated typical TikTok slang into Chinese for people to use on the app. Somebody else did point out there's a rumor that Xiaohongshu's ownership is going to try and start separating out the American side and the Chinese side by IP. One of the reasons for this is supposedly a lot of LGBTQ people kind of got over there and immediately banned. Done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
As the Chinese government's like, no, we don't do that here.
Yep.
So there's a lot of discussion about them trying to separate it out. Lemonade, which is the other app that ByteDance owns here, has also been seeing an uptick. It's also the one that you can basically just transfer your TikTok over to now. Nobody's really sure if it's caught up in the ban. As of today, the Biden administration said, look, we're out on the 19th. We're not going to enforce this thing. We don't give a shit. For ByteDance's piece, they've said, if we don't get a resolution, we're just going to go dark. It's not even going to be like, because before they were like, well, you can still use the app. It's just going to continuously degrade because you can't update it. Right? ByteDance is saying, no. We're just shutting off the servers. We will redirect you to our website and tell you why you can't play with TikTok anymore.
I mean, can you still use the VPN though?
Nope.
So it's like worldwide. Like no one's going to.
This is again very unclear. ByteDance is saying they're going dark. Now, they've now been offered 2 offers. One from a group that includes Mr. Terrific from Shark Tank and the dude who started Project Liberty, which is where True Social came from. They've offered ByteDance $20 billion.
Oh, shit.
Mr. Beast came out yesterday.
Oh, shit.
And said, I got a group of billionaires. I'm making an offer. Right? Here's the thing. And I did this on my TikTok yesterday, and I'm going to repeat what I put on my TikTok and what many, many people on TikTok agreed with me about.
You have to do it while you're dancing.
Right? Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Anyway, here's what I said about this specifically. Because the guys, the Mr. Terrific group, the Mr. Beast group, they're like, we just want TikTok America. We think it's worth about $20 billion. It's without the algorithm. It's not worth a fucking thing without the algorithm. It's worth nothing. Zero bupkis, nothing.
I don't know. I think it's worth at least $1, Alex.
I'd give them $1.
Okay.
Here's why. And we are on YouTube and Twitch right now, right? With like 9 viewers. And I'm going to add TikTok lives probably next week, right? I have never seen an application that allows you to build an audience, build a network faster than TikTok, right? We average in the dozens of views on our YouTube videos. I did a TikTok last night that got 1,100 in 8 hours. And that wasn't one of my best performing ones. Okay. I had 1 hour and 47 minutes of watch time in the first 20 minutes that the video went up. And by the way, it's a 2-minute video. Okay. The algorithm is what makes TikTok TikTok. It spreads you so far, right? So fast because of how the algorithm steers not only your content to people, but people to your content. It is the ultimate automatic matching system. TikTok will figure out what you like and it will steer you to that content. Then TikTok will figure out the people who like that type of content and they will steer you to you, right? Without whatever ByteDance, what they're saying is we can't sell it without the algorithm, and the algorithm is national IP. That's what the Chinese are fighting about. Okay? This is about power. The US government decided to play chicken with ByteDance, and ByteDance is not going to swerve. They don't care. They don't give a shit. And again, you have to kind of understand the Chinese policy here. This is a step. They don't give a shit. They do not care. Shutting down TikTok in America is going to affect ByteDance and the Chinese government for all of 8 minutes. That's it.
It's going to be a horrible 8 minutes of hell, though.
And then they will dust themselves off and come out with the next thing. Okay? It's not worth anything without the algorithm. The Chinese are never, ever going to sell that algorithm. And I don't know what black magic they used. Okay. We have what, 406 YouTube subscribers? Right? About 300 and something Twitch followers, of which we thank all of you. I've got about 4,000 on TikTok. I have 10 times the followers on TikTok that I do on either YouTube or Twitch.
Well, why are we not on TikTok, Alex?
Because integrating their stuff with the stream is a lot harder, right?
Oh.
I love YouTube and I like Twitch, and each of the platforms has their place. But when it comes to TikTok, It's the fucking algorithm, right? You will find your people really fast on TikTok, right? And if you create content, the people that are going to like your content are going to get fed your content, right?
Interesting.
That's why TikTok Shop works. That's why everything works, is because of how that algorithm works. This is why, again, I think Mr. Beast's thing is a publicity stunt. Because I don't think he's been in the news recently, and I think people are starting to get sick of his shtick. Right?
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific and Truth Social Guy are fucking Trump ring kissers. So, you know, Mr. Terrific, who's Canadian by descent, he's like, yeah, Canada, 51st state, let's go. Buy Greenland, let's buy US TikTok. And here's the other thing. You're going to buy US TikTok. I don't know what that means. It's not worth anything if you don't have the global network. You don't have US. Elon didn't buy US Twitter. No, he bought Twitter. And it includes everybody on Twitter all the world over. I don't know how you buy US TikTok, buy that user base, and then change the app name to TikTok USA? Like, what? And you're claiming it's only worth... Elon paid $44 billion for Twitter. Actually, this will get back into your stonks thing, right? Elon paid $44 billion for Twitter, correct?
I will allow it, yes.
Okay. They're saying $20 billion for US TikTok without the algorithm. Putting aside what I said, when you look at TikTok compared to Twitter, 170 million Americans spend an average of 1 hour a day on TikTok. That's the metric.
Interesting.
Do you really think it's worth only $20 billion?
From an investor point of view, which again, offering a free introductory class to our whatever, no, do not. I think it's worth a lot more, obviously.
Now, somebody pointed out that he paid 44, and the most recent public valuation is 9.4 for Twitter, now X. My point to them, and the reason I say TikToks were shit without the algorithm is, without the algorithm, I think the user experience on TikTok takes an immediate dive. Immediate dive. Okay, on the For You page, right? And you can just see how the For You page on Twitter works. Dude, you compare my two For You pages, Twitter to TikTok, right? This is why Elon was all like, can we spread some happy messages? Because people are not wanting to spend as much time on Twitter because it's fucking angry, right? And so are the other apps. This is the miscalculation that Meta made as well. They thought by spending their money to lobby the US government to get rid of TikTok, they would be eliminating a competitor and everybody would come back to Instagram. Do you know what almost every person I've seen who's been trying to like shift a little bit over to Instagram Reels from TikTok has said? Everybody on Reels is mean. Instagram, everybody's just an asshole. Do you have a favorite social media app there, Jay? What's your favorite?
I hate all social media. I shouldn't say that as a
Luddite.
I don't know, content creator, I guess. I so I don't I I like Facebook just to keep up with family and upload like pictures every now and then. Keeps us all together. I don't post on Facebook ever. Um I I like Twitter. I've recently like started getting into Twitter. I like Twitter because there's a lot of as you put it, like my people on Twitter, like
Mm-hmm.
it's very easy to find.
That's
Very,
true.
if you, yeah, if you're under the age of 18, do not look up my Twitter at all. But um, so I like that, but I'm not using it as a social media platform. I'm using it as like a I don't know, educational, like I don't know, exploring phase. I never super liked TikTok. I think mainly because when it first came out, it was just really for like young people dancing, and I was like,
Oh, it's
whatever.
so different now.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Fortnite first came out. I
Uh-huh.
hated Fortnite. I was like, why am I building? I just want to like shoot people. Um, And then later, when I heard that there was a no build option for Fortnite, I went back and I really enjoyed it. So yes, if I probably went back today to TikTok, it would probably be like, oh, cool. Like I like this. But I don't know. I'm a very as you pointed out in the pre-show, I'm a very busy guy. I have a lot of stuff going on. I try not to spend like a lot of time on social media because you have to unplug at some point, you know? You gotta touch some grass. I don't know. That's my 2 cents. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Well, folks, let us know what you think down in the comments below. That's kind of my assessment before the Supreme Court thing comes out tomorrow morning. I'll post this one on as a separate thing on YouTube tonight. Um, Again, these TikTok offers are bullshit, and ByteDance is never going to take them. The only number ByteDance is going to take is going to be something absolutely shenanigans. You're going to have to come at them with like $200 billion. And they're going to be like, fine, here, take it. We don't care. Right? We'll take
Yeah.
your $200 billion. They're normal businessy offers that you're going to make to ByteDance. ByteDance is going to just look at you and go, no, we don't care. Right? So take that for what it's worth. That's my final thought on that before we find out about the ban tomorrow.